Hello people, this is my 31-week update. You've noticed a change in scenery. It's because I'm in my husband's office. I am about to film my birthing plan video, which is so crazy to me. Let's just take a second to acknowledge the fact that I'm like far enough along to be having to plan my birthing plan already. It's insane. Anyway, we'll talk about the birthing plan in a second. Not in depth because obviously I'm making an entire new video about that. But it's crazy that I'm 31 weeks already. I am like freaking out just a little bit. So I've made my notes per the usual. Let's take a poll real quick on how many times I'm going to be interrupted during this video session. So, not really though, because obviously they need me. I'm their mama. Alright, so on to my notes. Let me look at them because I don't even know where to start. Oh my gosh. Okay, so technically 31 weeks. I wrote down, is 38 weeks still considered full term, or is that in the past? In the past, I think 37 weeks was considered full term, and then they changed that. Did they change it to 39 weeks? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm either 7 or 8 weeks away from being full term. But I know for me, it's not going to happen until 41 and a half / 42 weeks, because that's what happened in the past. And I know that's not like set in stone, like, oh, you went 42 in the past, you'll probably go 42 again, whatever. I'm just giving myself the mindset, like, hey, when you reach 40 weeks, don't expect it to be over, because it hasn't happened that way for me in the past. So, it's more of a mental thing for me. I'm just gonna say, you're not finished yet. Anyway, so I have more like 11 weeks until that happens. 10 to 11 weeks. I have so much to say, but like I wasn't even going to do this update because I was like, nothing's really happened. No big deal. But then I started writing stuff down and I was like, so much has happened. Oh my gosh, not only has a lot happened, but I feel like I have so much to do in those, give or take 11 weeks until I do deliver. And I am kind of freaking out a little bit because in 11 weeks I'm going to have a newborn. It's just like so insane. I feel like I haven't really been able to enjoy this pregnancy like I have been able to enjoy my pregnancies in the past, because I was sick for almost half of it. So literally I was like, I feel like that's like a blackout period, of my life. Anyway, like I was saying, I have a lot to do in the next few weeks. I have to do birthday plans. Both of my daughters have birthdays a month apart, November 27th, December 27th. So this year I have decided to combine their birthday party, and of course we'll do something like a little special on their actual birthdays, just for our family. But for their party, as far as that goes, took a lot of deciding and everything, but I decided to do their party like a couple days after Thanksgiving, more closer toward, I think it might actually be on my youngest daughter's birthday, November 27th. So, good thing that they settled together on a theme for their birthday. A thumbs up for that. And I have to make Halloween costumes. Oh my God. I'm so excited that Halloween is right around the corner. It's like my favorite holiday next to Thanksgiving, because I love Thanksgiving. I love food. Can't help it. And so I'm excited about making their costumes, but in the same token, I'm like kind of overwhelmed with all that goes into doing that. All the fall festivals that are coming around, because obviously it's officially fall now, which, I mean, obviously I'm still like sweating, and it's Florida, so it's like still 95 degrees outside, but we can get in the spirit a little bit. Interruption 1 or 2? Interruption 3. Obviously, I have a lot of baby prep to do still. I have like freezer meals and my hospital bag and like so many things. I feel like, I mean, they won't really take me that much time. It's just like doing them at the right time. you don't want your hospital bag packed for like 15 weeks, you know what I mean? And I think my last pregnancy I packed it at like 32 weeks, so anyway, weight gain this pregnancy. I don't think I've mentioned that so far. What is happening with my, like, my head is just spinning. So the notes aren't really helping me out here. Weight gain this pregnancy. I just weighed myself, and I'm gonna use the excuse that it's almost nighttime, so it's like my night weight too. I know it's been like 2 weeks since my last update, but I feel like I should not have gained the amount of weight that I have gained in 2 weeks. Well, I'll tell you guys anyway. I've gained 30 pounds, not in 2 weeks. 30 pounds through my whole pregnancy. I think my last update 2 weeks ago, I had said I gained 25 pounds, which was decent. And I didn't expect to gain 5 extra pounds. I actually didn't think that I would gain that much. Yeah, but I know that number will fluctuate, and this is why I don't normally weigh myself, people, because it's a mind game. That's how they get you. Baby is the size around like 3.5 pounds, which is crazy to me. So many side notes in this update. I was born 2 months early, a little over 2 months early, and I was 3.5 pounds when I was born. So in my mind, I'm thinking, and like I am kind of freaking out a little bit, like, oh my gosh, what if I go into labor early? What if I have a premature baby? I work with moms who have just given birth, so I hear a lot of their birth stories, and I just met a mom who had twins. One of them was 3.5 pounds, and the other one was 2.2 pounds. And my heart just like aches for her and goes out to her, and like listening to my mom like tell me the story of how little I was and how much of a struggle that was, my heart goes out to like moms with babies in the NICU and preemies. I love you guys. You are amazing. You are so much stronger than I think I could ever be. So from now on out, supposedly the baby is supposed to gain 0.5 pound a week, which kind of makes my 5 pounds this week go, make sense a little more. Not really. But I think mama is also supposed to gain 0.5 pound a week as well. So combined, I will gain healthy 1 pound a week. Does that make sense? I don't know. I read that in your last trimester, you're supposed to gain like from 8 to 15 pounds. Maybe I'm just reading blogs to try to make myself feel better about my weight gain, which isn't all that crazy because with my past 2 pregnancies, I gained like, I want to say like at least 50 pounds each. Probably more than that because like I said, I didn't weigh myself with them, as often, and definitely not toward the end. I am interested though at my next appointment. I kind of want to ask, hey, can you tell me like how much I weighed when I was like 42 weeks? Because I'd love to know. My beginning weight has pretty much been the same except for with my first because I was like, I don't know, tiny back then. Okay, anyway, moving along. Cravings this week, kind of been like meh. Pineapple, huge cravings. Strawberries, which is just like today and yesterday. Like I've gone through almost 2 pints. Hello, 5 pounds. All that natural sugar I want. Caesar salad, please. It's delicious, and I cannot get enough. I had 2 like family-sized serving Caesar salads in one day, and I was like, I need to tone this down, but I just can't. I think it's like all the salt. I have been hydrating myself. I'm like sweating all the water out of my body, but I think it's all the salt that I've been craving. I don't know. I have not been wanting meat. I made chili the other night, and we don't even do like red meat. I do ground turkey, and I couldn't even eat the chili. I was like, oh my gosh, is my nausea coming back? I hope not. But I was fine. I couldn't eat the chili. I don't know. So I had salad instead. What else? Bacon. Everyone loves bacon though, right? You know what I mean? It's salty, it's delicious, and yeah. How have I been feeling this week? That's a good question. Let's find out. I made some notes. I've been feeling meh. I wrote meh. I'm kind of worried about my baby still being breech. I feel like the baby has not changed positions. I have an appointment. I think it's next week. I can't keep up with these things. Yeah, it's next week, next Monday. So less than a week from today. And what else? Oh, Braxton Hicks. I'm getting more and more of those every day. They're delightful. Not really. But I know it's my body like preparing itself for the labor and delivery process. So in one sense, I'm like, yeah. And then in another sense, I'm like, please stop the madness. With my first, I literally didn't have any Braxton Hicks. I was like 40 weeks, 41 weeks, 42 weeks. I was not effaced. I was not dilated. Nothing was going on with my body. So I am really thankful this time around that there is something that's actually happening with my body. My body's like, all right, we got this. We can prepare it a little bit better. With my second pregnancy, I did things to help my body prepare, and I'm doing those same things again. So I feel like I'm also like being more aware of what to do to help my body get along with the labor process. Anyway, heartburn, occasionally I've been getting it. Not too bad, which I'm thankful for. Mostly when I eat carbs, but I can't stay away from them, so I don't care. Tired, I've still been tired a little bit lately. If you can't tell by like the dark circles under my eyes, but I've got some concealer going on, so hopefully you can't tell. I have not bought an iron supplement yet. I'm like this far away from just driving up to CVS and getting one. I have been eating a ton of spinach, like morning, noon, and night spinach. And that's like one of the most iron-rich nutrient foods. And I feel like I'm still like, it's not doing much. Maybe I'm just not sleeping enough. We'll see. Other things, I put cut hair. Like, who cares? Anyway, I feel like I want to cut my hair again. It's like in the in-between stage of like short and long. I normally, my whole life has had like long, super long hair. But I feel like now I'm a mom and I just, I can't handle all this anymore. It's just too much, So last July, I had it cut like to my chin and I loved it. It was so easy to maintain, and I feel like I want to do that again, but I don't know if I want to do it before the birth or after the birth. It's kind of hard to get your hair cut with a newborn, and then after the birth, will I care enough to want to cut my hair? And also, I kind of want to wait until I have 10 inches to cut off, to donate, all that stuff. Anyway, that has nothing to do with my pregnancy. Oh, I wrote on here, I'm still on the hunt for a doula, but I have found myself a birth photographer. Hallelujah. I was going to go with a doula / photographer or maybe just a doula, but the photographer that I found, she is amazing. Like, it's like a miracle that I found her. I'm not even kidding. She was a quarter of the price of the doula that I was really like seconds away from just signing up with and giving her a deposit and all of that stuff, because I was like, I'm getting toward the end of my pregnancy, like I need to lock a doula down. But then this woman, I found her and I was like, you're amazing, your photography is amazing. She does birth photography, and yeah, I mean, she's sweet. And I can't wait because she's in our budget. I was getting a little kind of worried about spending that much money on a doula / photographer, since I don't know. I'm really happy that I found a birth photographer though. I'm like over the moon. So happy about that. What else? Oh, I've been having like round ligament pain, kind of. I don't even know what was going on. The other night I like woke up in the middle of the night and had this like crazy, I don't know if it was a cramp, it was like a muscle spasm or what was going on, if the baby was just in a weird position, like kicking the crap out of me. I don't know. But I must have made a noise or something, because my husband came over to me and he was like, are you okay? Like, do we need to do something about this? And I was like, no, I'm fine. Like, I need to move, but I can't move because it's so painful. Anyway, I was like the middle of the night, so yeah, I woke up and I was fine. It's still like, I don't know what happened, and I hope it doesn't happen again because it was not fun. So if that ever happens to you, it wasn't like a leg muscle cramp. What do they call those? Oh, Charlie horses. It wasn't like that. It was like my lower belly. I don't know. It's never happened to me before. Let me know if it's happened to you because, you know, I don't like to feel alone. That is my update. I think that's everything. I wrote down. If it's not, I'm sure this video is long enough anyway because I've been chit-chatting for about 17 minutes. I hope it hasn't been that long. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you stick around, and I'll see you next time. Bye. So I was like, okay, those are the things that I need, and then everything else just kind of fell into my cart. You know how that happens when you go to Target. It's like a bottomless pit of just like, oh, that's awesome, and oh, I need that, and then like $700 later, you're like, where did all my money go?